Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to the Colorado Rockies end of season playthrough, I guess we'd call it. Now, I don't know whether we call it Season 5, Episode 10, Season 6, Episode 0, whatever we want to call it. Let's not call it Season 5, that season's behind us. What we're going to do today is we will have our end of season awards coming up in just a second, see who you guys voted as the very first viewers chosen Golden All-Star. And when we come back from that, we will see who's won the World Series. It's not going to be us because we are a shambles. And then we'll play through off-season. We'll see the Major League Baseball awards. Can Sugilio go back-to-back MVPs? We'll also have, obviously, free agency arbitration. And then we will somehow try and figure out what to do with our pitching ahead of next season. We'll say farewell to Marquez. We'll say farewell to you, Davish. And we'll see if anybody will take $18 million next season for Robbie Ray, given that he won't be throwing a pitch due to injury. But let's not waste any time. Let's get to these end-of-season awards, and on the other side, we will find out who have been the crowned the World Series champions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Colorado Rockies end-of-season awards! Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. You're a little bit too kind this season. I'm not completely sure we deserve this. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to our end-of-season awards for the Colorado Rockies. It was a disappointing season, wasn't it? There's no beating around the bush. It just didn't happen for us this year. Now, the players, they did try their best. We'll be kind to them this year. We'll give them a round of applause. But if we have a repeat performance of this next season, well, I'll be honest with you, I probably won't be here. But we'll deal with that next season. But it will be better next year. I have faith. Well done, boys. Well, not well done. Maybe do better. The first award this evening is for most wins by a pitcher. And, well, this guy was good. He really was. 13 wins, led the way for out of the starting rotation. And the winner is, of course, Mr. Jack Flaherty. Next up, it is the award for the highest batting average. And without this man, I don't know where we would be. I'll be completely honest with you. Like most of the bats, had a little bit of a slow start to the season, but came on strong in the end with an average of .315. The winner is Andy Sugilio. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player who is hit most by pitchers. And I've got to say, this is a surprise winner and a very, very impressive effort for somebody who spent most of the season as a backup. To be hit 9 times and lead the team is very, very impressive. I look forward to see what this man could do with a full season in the lineup, but he probably won't get it, to be honest. So with 9 times hit, the winner of the Golden Bullseye is Dionys Vallejo. Yeah, look, mate, I'll be honest, I have no idea how to say your name. That's just my best guess. I could call you worse things, that's for sure. The next award this evening is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player who drags the team down and has hit into the most double plays. And, well, this man was, for the most part, very impressive, but maybe let himself down a little bit on this. 17 double plays hit into. The Golden Anchor goes to Jimmy Herron. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded to the man who has issued the most walks. And, 64 walks over the course of a season isn't the worst, is it? Let's be honest. And the winner of the Golden Boot this season is Jack Flaherty. The next award is the Golden Glasses, awarded to the man who struggles to see the ball and has struck out the most this past season. And, well, this guy, he struck out 126 times. He doesn't have any trouble seeing his contract, I'm sure. The winner of the Golden Glasses is Shohei Ohtani. The next award is the Golden K, awarded to the pitcher with the most strikeouts. And, in a season where he pitches a full season, this is, of course, the Robbie Ray Award. But this was a year that he didn't manage to see out the season, and get well soon, Robbie. But with 226 strikeouts, leading the National League, jumping into his place, and looking for a clean sweep of the pitching awards tonight, the winner is Jack Flaherty. The next award is the Golden Broom, awarded to the man who sweeps clean the bases, the man with, of course, the most RBIs. And, well, it was another leader in the National League for this award. 138 RBIs. It's the hero with the bat again. It's Andy Sugilio. The next award is for the pitcher with the lowest ERA. And, well, this is the hero of our bullpen. There is absolutely no doubts about that. With an ERA of 2.98, the winner is Jorge Alcala. The next award is for the man with the most home runs, and, well, we all know who it's going to be, don't we? Not quite as good as last year, only the 49 home runs this year, what a shame. But the winner it's Mr. MVP himself, it's Andy Sugilio. Now it's time for the horse's ass as we acknowledge this season's worst player, and there's only one man for this award, isn't there? When you sign somebody as a starting pitcher and to also be a starting right fielder, and 2 seasons later, they're no longer pitching and, well, they're a backup outfielder at best, you've earned the horse's ass. So congratulations to this year's winner, Shohei Ohtani. Now it's time to go to the other end of the spectrum and award this season's best pitcher. Now there is a formula we use to determine this. That, along with the list of tonight's winners, is down in the description. But let's get to the winners here. In third place, it was a wonderful rookie season. Emerson Hancock with a score of 26.46. In second place, with a score of 40.05, it's the man we're without next year. It's Robbie Ray. And that, of course, means the winner. And an almost sweep of the pitching awards this evening with a score of 44.6 is Jack Flaherty. And this, of course, now brings us to acknowledging the best batter. Now, again, there is a formula we use to determine this, and again, that is listed down in the description. But in third place, with a score of 70.95, a great first season from Mr. Bo Bichette. In second place, with a score of 79.86, it's the other star with the bat, it's Evan White. And that, of course, means the winner of the best batter with a score of 97.73. It is that man again. It is, of course, Andy Sugilio. And this now brings us to the Golden All-Star for Player of the Year. And of course, this season is the first season it has been voted on by you, the fans. Now, we of course had 4 nominees, and obviously only one man can win. And so a big thank you to everybody who did vote. And your Player of the Season is, with 46% of the vote, Bo Bichette. So there we go. Congratulations to Bo and the rest of the winners this evening. It's been, as I said at the start, a subpar season, but a lot of reason for optimism going into next season. And, well, let's hope we can run down those Dodgers and, well, maybe even sneak into a World Series victory as well. But that's it for tonight. Thank you for everybody in the auditorium. Thank you for you watching at home. I look forward to seeing you all back again next season as we look to do much, much better. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your night. So there we go, end of season awards are done for the year, and the Atlanta Braves are your World Series champions. Unsurprisingly, they beat the Angels in the final, the World Series I should say, but surprisingly, the Angels how did that happen? We absolutely smashed them most times we played them. How did they get to the World Series? That just goes to show you find form at the right time, anything can happen. But it is the Atlanta Braves that won the World Series. We have a look at the regular season standings. They were a decent side. They weren't the LA Dodgers, but they were were they next best? Almost next best. The Angels were the wild card, and that's really frustrating to me, actually. It just goes to show you how close you can go. And of course, frustratingly, perhaps, that means that DeGrom has a World Series medal, and we have Ohtani. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a quick look here and see. We have some news to catch you up on, and that is that. Why is that expired? There we go. He has retired, it looks like, yeah. So that's fine. He has decided, he's taken the graceful, the honourable decision, and would you expect anything less from one of Japan's greatest players, and decided that he will just let himself out of his contract. Brilliant. Season goals. Well, we didn't do well. Next season, again, we've got to play 500. Improved defensive efficiency. We weren't great at that. They want improved crowds. Have a final. I never understand this total balance. Just take that out of the budget. Bring more of our drafted players into the team. We're looking to do that and keep building to reach the playoffs within 5 seasons. Now, of course, the reality of the new game coming out is that this is probably going to be our last season. We will have 160 million to spend on payroll. We'll check that in just a second. Rockies players retiring. Oh, there it is right there. Udovic has decided just to call it a day. Rockies staff member retires. That is our general manager. So that must be the assistant general manager has retired. Manafort's contract. Oh, our contract was up. Well, there we go. We're on a cool $1 million a year, so that's good. We've left the bench coach. We let him go. So we'll look to go and refill all these positions. These are all positions we were willing to let go. Obviously. Though there's quite a few there, isn't there? Maybe I didn't mean to let that many go, but it's happened now. Off-season begins. Arbitration period begins. Let's go and have a look at that right now and see what we want to do on this front. Damon Jones, I think he didn't quite work out, did he? And he's a bit of a problem in the dressing room. Do we give him a chance next season? High greed, lowly. I don't think we do. I think he's 30. I think we maybe just say you can go to pastures new. Jackson Kawhi, we do want to keep him. So 4.2, if we have to pay that, that's what we do. Alcala, we'll pay that for him. De Jesus, we'll pay that for him. Jacob Peterson, yeah, I think we'll pay that for him. He's been okay. Tice, again, he's been okay. We'll keep him. Doyle, we'll pay it. We might look to trade him, though. Fernandez, I still have faith in. Hampson, we don't want... I do like Hampson, but we don't want to pay $5.5 million for him, do we? That's getting expensive for what he is. So we'll have to let him go. Ryder Jones. Do we still believe in Ryder Jones? Not at 30, I don't think, do we? He went to AAA last year. He did okay in AAA. When we gave him another chance, he didn't quite do it for us. What does he want? He doesn't want much. Maybe we do just do that for the sake of having someone... We can always look to trade him, and he should be tradable on that, surely. Tapia, I do think we keep him, and maybe look to use him a little bit more this season. His star rating isn't great. OSA seems to rate him, but he still came in, yes, small sample size, and batted 350 for us. The only reason we let him go in the first place was because he wanted too much money, so that's much more reasonable. So I do think we keep him. Marquez, we know that he's leaving. We're not even going to risk offering him $15 million in case he accepts it. And we'll work on these AAA guys. I've pretty much offered minor league extensions to the people that we want. So that is that. We'll be back for some Major League Baseball awards, among other things, to see if Sugilio can go back-to-back MVP. All right, we have some Major League Baseball awards. We'll start with the Golden Gloves. We can see the awards for the American League there. No former players of ours, it doesn't look like, but that's probably to be expected. For the National League, do we have anybody? We have Vazquez behind the plate. Excellent news for him. He's the only one. Now, he's not his first Golden Glove. That's 2 in a row now, I think. Did he win it last year? He did. So Vazquez continuing to be an absolute star for us. Leader in the clubhouse as well. Love me some Christian Vazquez. Next up, we'll have a look at Reliever of the Year. Well, pitching's not for us, is it? So the American League Reliever of the Year is Craig Kimbrell of the New York Yankees, so hooray for him. And if we have a look over at our side, it went to Clayton Andrews of the San Francisco Giants. Unsurprisingly, there was no one there for us. Clayton Andrews is decent, isn't he? Any interest in coming to Colorado, mate? The next award is, it's not the Platinum Stick, it's the Silver Slugger. Now, this is more for us. I wonder if we'll get anybody. So on the American League side of things, we can see all the winners there. No one that particularly stands out that we've had at the Rockies. And the National League, Flaherty is the golden Silver Slugger for pitchers. Doesn't surprise me at all. 4 home runs he hit this year. Absolutely wonderful stuff. My boy Blue beat out Evan White at first base. Shortstop, we didn't get it. Right field, we didn't get it. So we only had the one. And it was a pitcher. Our only hitter recognized was our pitcher, and that just about sums up our season, doesn't it? So well done to Flaherty. It's the first time he's won that. It is deserved. He did have a good year at the plate by pitching standards. But yeah, I feel like that does just about sum up our season. Next up, it's Rookie of the Year. It's got to be Jimmy Herron, surely. So Rookie of the Year for the White Sox is this man. It's Tyler Cullen, a shortstop. Looks decent. But Rookie of the Year, it is Jimmy Herron. And Drew Bowser came in second as well. We did have some good some good rookies, didn't we? And I mean, he's a wonderful player. He's a wonderful player. He's getting better. He's going to be a star for us. And, well, there we go. Jimmy Herron is the National League Rookie of the Year. And Drew Bowser in second. He's coming along very, very nicely indeed. A very good third baseman. He could just as easily be a shortstop. Yeah, we've got two good ones there, I think. Next award is Manager of the Year. It's not going to be Crab, I don't think, but there we go. So it is Mike Glenn of the Astros. He gets Manager of the Year for the American League and National League. It is Brad Ausmus of the St. Louis Cardinals. So surprisingly, neither team that made the World Series, their manager won Manager of the Year. That's surely, that's got to be a first, doesn't it? Next up, it is the Cy Young. We'll come back and see who won, but it's not going to be a Rocky. So in the American League, it went to Paul Campbell of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's had a very good year, hasn't he? So well done to him. And for our league, it went to Caleb Ferguson. It is Caleb Ferguson. Remember when we could have traded for him at the start of this year? Look at that. Flaherty did get a mention. But we could have had Caleb Ferguson. We ended up going for somebody else, I think. Oh, that was for... was that when we traded Rogers? Anyway, Caleb Ferguson's had a wonderful year, and it's another case of what may have been. I don't think I got him because he was a borderline starter, but there was definitely someone we could have traded Caleb Ferguson for. Yeah, again, kind of just sums up our season, doesn't it? Next up, it's MVP. Can Sugilio go back-to-back? So unfortunately, the answer is no. We'll get to it in just a second, but the MVP was for the American League was Royce Lewis, a shortstop, 25-year-old. He is quite good. He is at the Minnesota Twins and had a very decent year. Look at that WAR, almost 10. So wonderful stuff from him. And if we have a look over at our league, it was Coulson of the St. Louis Cardinals. Where do we... Oh, we have Sugilio all the way down there. Well, mid-pack, really, isn't it? So that's a shame. Coulson, he was a home run hitting star, I think, wasn't he? 55 home runs. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a surprise, but well done to him. That's excellent. Hooray. All right, next thing to happen is going to be free arbitration and free agency. One thing I did just want to catch you up on quickly, though, is staff. You may have noticed there we were looking to improve the staff. Bruce Crabb has signed a new extension, so he's going to be here. It was made very clear to me there would be riots if we didn't keep him. We've got a new assistant GM in Josh Lavoie, I guess you'd pronounce it. So he'll be helping me out behind the scenes. We have a new bench coach in Jeff Kunkel. He was the Washington Nationals manager, so we've done well to get him on board, I think. Hopefully he'll just help. I don't know what a bench coach does, but hopefully he'll help with some of it. He has a good scout value, which I think is why I chose him. I don't know why I chose him, but he's come in. Now, we have kept the pitching coach. The reason being, I mean, our pitching dropped off a little bit year on year, but it wasn't that much worse overall. I think maybe what cost our season is that we pitched really well at the start but weren't hitting, and then we hit really well the second half, but we didn't pitch particularly well. So I'm thinking, given that it says he is a fine pitching coach, that we maybe stick with him. But if we don't start well, we do have another fine pitching coach in AAA. Now you can see his ERA last year wasn't great. Now that could be what he's working with. But again, you can see his has just faded away a little bit. Well, actually, no, he wasn't with us the year before, so ignore that he was, but he was further down the system. Yeah, so we're going to keep faith with Bannister for now. But we'll wait and see on that front. But yeah, that's what's happened with the Rockies staff anyway. All right, we have arbitration hearings. Let's have a look here now. We've got Tapia for the 1.9 we offered, not the 2 and a bit he wanted. De Jesus has come in. We've got him for the 850, which is excellent. Junior Fernandez gets 2.5, maybe a little bit more than we would have ideally wanted. Tommy Doyle you are not worth 1.4, mate. You have been shocking last season. Jackson Kawhi got a little bit more than we wanted, but you know what? 4.8 for somebody who's probably going to be 4 or 5 in our rotation is not too bad. Patterson, 1.5 mil, a little bit more than what we offered him, but he's been solid in the bullpen. Alcala has been our Lord and Savior in the bullpen. He's got 2.3. That's fine. We'll cop that on the chin. Ty Tice gets a little bit more than we wanted. Again, he's been relatively solid, so we'll take it. Ryder Jones, he wanted what, mate? You don't get 1.4 playing in AAA. That's not how it works. So that is that. Now, this is going to, of course, bring us now to free agency. Well, let's hope we can find some stars. All right, so as we enter free agency, we have $34 million to spend. We have, that's a 9 million, give or take, for extensions for this upcoming season. Now, do we have anybody we need to be thinking about for this upcoming season? Not really. No, to be honest, no one big. So we can actually go out and spend some money. So that's good. Let's have a look and see what we have here of the international agents. We've got a right-handed pitcher there. Yeah, I mean, that could be someone for the bullpen, couldn't it? It's only 23 as well. That actually might be someone for the bullpen. A Japanese, 27. I think I prefer the other guy, even if he's a little bit more expensive. We've got a Dominican Republic, nobody. Costa Rica, second baseman, shortstop, and a center fielder. If he'd take a minor league deal, that might be something. Oh, he's already gone somewhere. Never mind. So that is that. So maybe it was this guy, wasn't it? Let's just add him to a short list so I can find him again if needed, because he's right-handed, but he could be useful for us. All right, let's have a look at the actual free agents. Bowers as a left fielder. I mean, the outfield's relatively strong, isn't it? If there was a center fielder, I know that there was talk in the Discord that we could maybe do Alcantara may not be the man. That's a right-handed starting pitcher. Another Alcantara. He wants $14 million. He was at Cincinnati last year. ERA was a little high, perhaps. But again, we do need starting pitching. So that could be worthwhile. He has been an all-star, though, not for 5 or so years. We've got a left-handed starting pitcher, 33, Alex Woods, fragile. That's going to be a no. I think we've learned our lesson, haven't we, there? Oh, my boy Blue. He wants $30 million, and we already have Evan White, but that is still very, very tempting. We won't do that. I know I do some silly things because I like players, but that's Juan Soto as a left fielder. $52 million. I'm going to say not for 52, but I mean, that's not where we need to spend money. Focus, but 26, that would be. Anyway, Hendricks as a starting pitcher, he's 34. Again, I think we've learned our lesson, haven't we? So I think we say no to that. Now it would be Faria, is it? Faria? What's he want? He's fragile. He's 31, so we're going to have to say no, aren't we? But $14 million. He wouldn't be the worst, would he? He wouldn't be first choice, but he's got a good whip. I don't think he'd be the worst. Neutral, power pitcher. Yeah, he wouldn't be the worst. We've got a 28-year-old who's out 5 for 6 months, so we're going to probably almost instantly say no to that. And Hudson, 30-year-old, okay health status, from St. Louis, 2-time All-Star. Again, he's probably not for $30 million. Just spat then. But he wouldn't be the worst, would he? So let's go and have a proper look at free agents. So we've got all players. Now, there's obviously a couple of others here. We don't, or do we need bullpen pitching? Edwin Diaz, $12 million. If we have money left, then these might be guys that are sort of not some luxury pickups. But I don't think, our biggest problem I think we've got to start with is starting pitching. Oh, $11 million. But, these guys could be okay, couldn't they? But we do need to make sure that we've got problems solved elsewhere. Now, he only wants $5 million. He's younger as well. That could be a decent option as Morty's decided that he's going to be leaving us. That could be decent, couldn't it? $5 million to fill up a gap in the bullpen. Is it possible? Now let's have a look more towards the starting pitchers. I'm thinking maybe Alcantara. 33. I don't think we want to go too old, do we? What we should probably do is just have a look at starting pitchers. It's going to be easier, isn't it? Anybody else there? Lopez wants 15. I mean, he would be better than what some of we already have. Yeah, so there's going to be a few options. Damon Jones wasn't a starting pitcher, was he? Anyway, yeah, that's that. There's no one that's outstanding, that's cheap and young. This is probably our guy, though, isn't it? We might have to go after him, I think. If we have a look at relievers, then, yeah, I mean, there's no one there. 23. Oh, that's the guy we just found, isn't it? Yeah, so we might have to go after him and see if we can maybe get him a little bit cheaper than that. Yeah, we'll leave this with me. It's going to be an interesting time this off-season. We'll see what we can do, and, well, I'll be back when we have something to report. Okay, guys. Now I had intended to do this all in one episode, but a little bit like this time last year, it's going to be just too long if I do that. So we'll leave it here for today, and then we'll be back on Wednesday for the second half as we look to sort of maneuver ourselves through up until spring training. Let me tell you, there's going to be trades, there's going to be some free agent signings, and it's going to be interesting to see what you guys think of the moves that we make. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Thank you for everybody who voted in your for the Golden All-Star for the player of the season. Yeah, and I'll see you next time to see how the summer plays out. It's not the summer, it's the winter, it's baseball. See how the winter plays out. Take care.